So I recently lost about 7 inches on the waist in my cutting process over the last month and a half, 2 months. And so I'm gonna show you what I'm eating during my cutting. So this is an approximation of what I'm eating. Also, before I start, I'd like to say the big tip I found to help me this time, as I did a lot of cuts in my life, but this time seems to be the best one and the one with the best results, and that is to add during your day 2 meals with very low number of calories and almost protein for all those calories. For example, I have 2 meals a day that are very low in calories, like 100 to 200 calories, and this consists, it's not really meals, it's just I'm tricking my brain to think it's a meal, and I take them before I go out or when I know I have a long task to do in which I cannot eat. For example, you go to work or you go to travel to shop something, so this way you're forced to not eat. So I'd have this meal like before I go out, or during the morning when I have stuff to do, or before I sleep. I used to have a big meal before going to sleep. Now I'm forcing myself to have a smaller one, with the excuse given to my brain that I am going to sleep now, so I cannot eat big at the moment. I need to eat big during the morning, the next morning, etc. So yeah, and also I'm doing 4 meals a day, 4 or 3 meals a day. Before I used to do the 6 meals a day stuff, because I used to think you need to eat every 2 or 3 hours, and I found out that in the long run it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm fasting. Every year I fast 1 month, 16 hours during the day, and it's not even a problem. It's not a huge difference. I don't even see any difference, any loss or any gains or whatever. It's the same stuff. So anyways, I'm taking 3 or 4 meals now, and as I said, take 2 very low ones, very low on calories and high on protein. Like for example, what I would do is take 3, sometimes even 2 to 5 eggs, okay, and in between 2 or 3 yolks, 2 or 3 yellow egg yolks, so it's almost only protein and a little bit of fat and very low calories. Or for example, a can of tuna, or tuna with the toppings and oil, so it's 200 calories. Or some chicken breast that is left. Sometimes it can be very low, 50 to 200 calories, 50 to 100, like this. So anyways, back to the meals. Anyways, this would be a big breakfast. So there's oats here. Obviously I would often eat more oats, but that was all that was left, so usually I fill it over here. Also, it's a myth that you need to cut off the carbs when dieting and doing the strict keto diet. I found out that this is useless. What really matters is cutting down the calories and having a calorie deficit, and that's it. As I've tried the keto diet and it doesn't do much better results. So what really matters is the caloric deficit. So whatever you eat, whether it's carbs, protein, fats, whatever, what matters really when losing weight is the caloric deficit. And what you would like to do when building muscles would be to count only the proteins. And of course, when you have an idea of the calories you need, then you calculate the calories. But what really matters from the macronutrients is the protein. Whatever you take else doesn't matter. So you can take fats or carbs, whatever you like. Okay, so anyways, oats, milk. I take maybe too much milk for some people, but anyways, not for the older bodybuilders who take 1 gallon. So I take 2 glasses of milk. This is like 500 milliliters, half a liter. So it's about 200 calories. And I add protein powder, which is about 50-60 calories. And it's mainly for the protein because, as you see, there is not much protein. And I would add some coffee just for the taste. And also coffee is one of the only proven fat burners. Then I would have some fruits, and on other meals, like the very small meals, I would try to add some vegetables. So yeah, this is grapes, and the red grapes are good also for testosterone. They have a substance, I forgot its name, you can search it out. It's very high in this substance for a natural testosterone boost. And then a tablespoon or whatever of peanut butter. I would regularly switch. If I can't buy this, I would buy lots of regular almonds and peanuts, like regular nuts. Then of course there's a glass of water. And also here I would add, when there is more oats, I would add like an egg and some cinnamon for the taste. And so the egg would add some protein. And I would mix this with protein powder that I did on the coffee. So yeah, this first meal would be about, like this one would be 500 calories with about 30 grams of protein. And it would vary, as I said, because of the two small meals I take. The other two could be 500 to even 1,000 calories depending on which one. So that's about it. Okay guys, so this is what I was talking about the small meal. So this would be my first small meal of the day. As you see, it's only 4 eggs. So it can depend, I can eat 2 or 3 eggs, up to 5 or 6, and only take half of the yolks. So this would be 2 yolks, 2 full yolks, and 4 egg whites. So for a total of about 20 grams of protein and 200 calories. As you see, it's very small. And I eat them in a lot of ways. I can eat them boiled, or an omelette, or cooked. So as you can see, I'm eating them boiled today. Also, one important thing, I add on them some black pepper, as it is a very good ingredient. It helps with digesting the micro and macronutrients. And now I'm gonna show you some other meals I could have eaten in place of these eggs that are also mainly protein and very low in calories. So this is some tuna fish and a little bit of cheddar cheese. So I can only find full cheddar cheese with full fat. I cannot find the lower fat one. So if you have lower fat, I suggest you go with it for even less calories. So yeah, here is about 300 calories and 20 grams of protein approximately. And I could add also some vegetables like 2 carrots, some spinach, some lettuce, some pepper, or some cabbages. Cabbages are very good for testosterone and fibers and everything else. I could also take cheese and the yogurt. Again, it's about 200 calories. I could also take 1 or 2 yogurts with protein powder. So again, it's about 250 calories, and most of it is protein. I could also have some chicken breasts, but I don't have it now. So I would take like 1 chicken breast for about 100 calories and 20 gram protein, 20-25 grams, and some vegetable. Also, a very good part of my diet consists of the more natural drinks, like drinks that even help you lose fat, increase your metabolism, and burn some fat, like green tea. or some supplements. As you see, I have some supplements. I'm not going to advertise them, but some supplements I use in some hot water. So it's 0 calories and gives you some good nutrients and also helps you feel full. And like I said, green tea even helps you lose fat. So yeah, these natural herbs and supplements help to increase your testosterone, help losing fat, and it can be a sweet drink to replace all sugars and stuff. But if you're like me and you must have those bad drinks, then there's still the option of no sugar, diet Coke, diet sodas. I know it's bad and has some chemicals, but at least it doesn't make you fat. So yeah, take it like the lesser of two evils. Also, another option for the very small meals would be milk. So milk, this time though it would be half of this huge glass or 1 glass. So approximately 100 calories. And mix it with whey protein powder or protein powder. You could add the full stuff. I would if I had more money, but I always do like for 10 to 15 grams of protein only. You can add 20-30 grams if you have more money. So yeah, this would be 150 to 200 calories and about 20-25 grams protein. As I said, you can have more, you can add more protein. This is perfect because you can have as much protein as you want with very little calories. So this would be the third meal. It's the second big one. I would usually eat something with lots of carbs. Often I eat spaghetti like this. Spaghetti with chicken breast. It's only added with salt and ketchup. Then a little bit of cheese. And the vegetables. And you see the Diet Coke. And of course the water. So that's the advantage of taking two small meals. So you can have 1 or 2 big ones like this, which would be about 1000 calories or 700 to 1000, and 50 grams or 60 of proteins. So that's the advantage of having 2 smaller meals. So you can have 1 or 2 very good ones. Okay, so for the last meal I would forget about the pasta, I will not eat it. I didn't finish the previous meal. I'm just gonna eat a small meal like the first small meal. So I just eat some chicken breast with barbecue sauce, a bit of cheese, some vegetable like cabbage, and some other vegetables. Sometimes I don't even add the vegetables. Water and Coke, Diet Coke. So yeah, that's it. And you can try this diet. Again, this is how I lost 7 inches in 2 months or less than 2 months. And the good thing about it is that it keeps you from overthinking about the diet. So having those 2 very small meals tricks your brain, and that is the important part about dieting.